Hello, here are some basics for using JetNet. At this point in the semester, it looks like our courses are finally loaded in under the current courses. So if you go to My Courses, you should be able to see various courses that you access. Sometimes, for example, over Christmas vacation, we were not able to access the future courses from this menu. So in that case, you would go to Dashboard, and then you can look at either future classes, which the winter classes are now future classes. You could go to In Progress, which starting on Monday, these classes will be considered in progress, or you could go to Past Classes and look at those. I'm actually going to go to a past class, and I'm just going to go to a class that I can mess around with. So we're going to open this class. And one of the first things that you need to do when you are messing around with JetNet is you're going to go up to this button right here, and that's how you turn the editing function on. So when you click that, you'll see all of a sudden everything's available to edit. So for example, if you're teaching a 15-weight class, you would click over here, you want to get rid of this, and you would just delete this block because you're not teaching a 7-week class. If you wanted to edit the syllabus, you would go in, click on Edit, go to Edit Settings. You could change the name of it if you wanted. And if you wanted to get rid of the syllabus that's in there, you would just click on it and click Delete. It's going to ask if you're sure you want to delete it. I'm not actually going to delete it at this point. And then to add a new syllabus, you would save it to your computer, go to wherever it is on the computer, and you would just drag and drop it in there. So now we have actually 2 syllabi in here. I'm not going to save this, but you would normally go Save and Return to Course. If you wanted to add something in, so for example, there's something that you wanted to add to here, you'd go to the bottom and you would click on Add an Activity or Resource. And then you can choose what you want to add. You can choose assignment, you can choose a quiz, and if you just wanted to add a folder or file or something like that, you could do that down here. Or if you wanted to add a link, so for example, a YouTube link, you could add a URL directly to the page. Once you would click on that, let's say if we wanted to add a file, you click on Add. It gives you the option to name it, and so we'll just call this random file. And you would just drop something in there. So what have I got? I've got a PDF that I'll just drag and drop in there. There's your PDF. Save and return to course. And then you would see at the bottom your random file is in there. And you can move it around just by clicking and dragging it. Now, I want to remove this because this was just added to show you. So I would just go and delete the entire file. If you need to change dates on anything, for example, you wanted to change the dates on a quiz, you would click on Quizzes. All of our exams are set up as quizzes. If you wanted to change the dates on exam 1, for example, you'd click on it, and then you'd go to the gear. And this is where you can do a lot of different things. So for example, if you wanted to look at what the results were, you could go to Grades. If you wanted to give an override to a student who needs extra time to take the test or has some type of accommodation, you'd go to User Override. Let me show you how to do that real quick. So if I wanted to add a user override, you would find the student in there, pick somebody, and then you can either change the time limit that they have or when the quiz opens and closes. Sometimes if a student has a problem with the quiz, you can go and give an extra attempt if something happened with Respondus and they need to take it again. So like it shut down halfway, you could give them a second attempt. And when you're done, you would just click on Save. All right, going back to editing or changing the dates, that's under Edit Settings. And then you would go to Timing, and this tells you when the quiz opens and when it closes. And you have to change this pretty much every semester for every exam. Going back to the course. Let's see what else is in here. Oh, yes. So if you wanted to access the grades, a lot of the course management stuff is here under this gear. And then you could go to the grade book and look in there. And that's some ways that you can look at various student grades and things like that. What else might you need to do? That's probably it. Let me know if you need any help.